Hello, everyone. This is a stream where we are going to break down songs and we're going to have fun with musical conversations and we're going to be discussing all things music, but mainly we're going to be breaking down this song called O Rangrez from Bhaag Milkha Bhaag. To those of you who are joining just now, I'm doing this for two different reasons. Firstly, I've been associated with music for a long time, um, but I've always felt it challenging to sing many songs that I love singing accurately or closer to what it is, and it's been something that I've been working on, but I want to work on it with key focus. And the second purpose is that while I'm learning it, I want all of us to learn together, and that's why um, I guess this series also has other elements like the musical conversations where it becomes interesting, um, and the discussion will lead us to creating a good idea about how a song is broken down, how the music works, how all of that, and that's why inviting Yudhajeet Dasgupta, or Yuddho as everybody likes to call him. He's singer par exemplar, and he's been singing all his life, and hopefully we can we can dig through his brain and find ways that we can also learn those singing skills. Um, welcome to the stream, Yudo. And when did we meet first? It's been a long collaboration.
We have formally collaborated under Varun Guru Music for close to 10 years now. But I think we met 12 years ago in your audition
Yeah.
for Music Club Bits Pilani. I don't remember the audition. My earliest memory of you play is playing Mashallah uh, on
Yeah.
stage.
Yeah.
Uh,
It was so funny.
that was fun.
That song.
Mashallah, mashallah.
It felt
It was
like
good.
I created the guitar parts that the song originally did not have guitar or something. So it
Yeah,
felt like I was doing something odd, but it,
yeah.
it kind of fit. It kind of fit because that was the way of covering songs back in Bits Pilani Music Club.
I was octopad in the song, and mine was a Congo part, and there was a trrr sound. So I put that in one patch, and it was like that's all I did in the song. I was chilling the whole time, but it was fun. But thank you for inviting me to the live stream. Hope we'll have some insightful discussions,
Yeah,
and we'll
yeah.
we'll sing a bit. We'll break down the songs. I don't know much about technicalities. I mostly do music with feel, and I'll share whatever little technicalities I know. But what I'll share mostly is how I approach a song, how I break down into song into individual notes, and then train it in step by step, increasing speed to get to the feasibility level of being able to sing it. But happy Diwali!
Happy
Uh,
Diwali. Happy
good day
Diwali.
to
Good
start
day to
this.
start this. Good day to start this. This is episode one, if you'd like to call it that. And if you're watching this, the YouTube chat is live. So type in, send in your responses, whatever you want, whatever. If you have questions during this, please feel free to send it. And also, we've posted the link on our individual social medias, Instagram. Um, do share it so that other people can join as well. Well, without further ado, let's get into the grit. And this song, O Rangrez, the thing that we're covering, I'm just playing it. Let's hear it. It's originally in the key of F, is it?
It is an F, yes.
has such a nice intro to it, no? Okay, that's the segment that I would love to cover. Um, so it's so nice. Let's talk about the song a bit. It's sung by Javed Bashir and composed by Shankar Ehsaan Loy for the film Bhaag Milkha Bhaag.
Yeah.
It's it's interesting, no? Like the way it's sung.
It has a lot of Sufi touch. I think O Rangrez is called to the spiritual element as well. Uh, the god is the Rangrez and is coloring me in the colors like the Rangrez colors the threads. So there is this Sufi element, and Javed Bashir is a very good choice for the singer for this song because of the throw in his voice, the strength in his gamaks, and overall, like, it sounds very bright. The song itself is bright, mostly major tones until it goes to the paragraph one. Hmm, na, 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 na. I'm still on C because you are playing C.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Should we do C or should we do F? What do you want?
Well, my voice works for C.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we can come back to C. So yeah, how I approach any song is I listen to the portion. I listen to mostly the whole song, but if there is a big change between the intro and the paragraph, I would just listen to them separately. Otherwise, it just gets jumbled in my brain. And so let's see, this is the first time, if this is the first time I'm hearing the song, I'll listen to it about 10-15 times, this portion, just to get the familiarity with the notes. Da- 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 na- 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 da- 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 re- ga- ma- pa- ma- ga- re- sa- ni- sa- re- re- ga- re- sa- ni- sa- re- pa- ma- ga- re- ga- ni- sa. Okay, something major, mostly Shuddha rags. Doesn't matter which rag because it's Bollywood. It doesn't
Oh,
really.
it's not based out of one particular rag.
I don't think so. Like from this portion, I cannot tell. There is nothing really obvious. It could go in any direction, right? It
Okay.
could go towards Tilakamo, could go towards Des, could go towards Bihar, could be anywhere. There isn't any the obvious rags, this phrases which will help identify it. So for this from this portion is just these nos ni sa re pa ma ga re sa ni sa re, and then I'll try to sing along the song and the same pace while playing it. So I'll put on earphones or AirPods now, but when I started it, wired earphones. Put the earphone in one ear and keep another ear empty so that I'm hearing myself sing right, just like how I'm doing it right now.
Yeah.
Uh, and try to sing along and match note by note. If it's not matching at any point, if I'm going ahead or the singer is going ahead, that means there is a delta, and I try to bridge that delta by identifying the notes and singing it accordingly. So that's just the very basic of how I will approach the song.
So what's
So
the
give it a shot. Sing the first line.
yeah. Hmm. ओ ओ रंग रेज तेरे Oh, there's a bit before that as well, right?
It
O
is.
Rangrez.
That's good.
Okay.
That sounds like it. So what you have done, you have identified the notes, right? You're
Yes.
identifying the correct notes. You're singing it, and you are singing the correct variation. So that is the step one, step two. Then the next comes giving it some weight, right? A good bit of throw, a strength in your this thing, which will the strength in your output, which will come from the stability of the note,
Right.
and a little bit of amplitude as well. So the two things which you have to practice there is holding a note in a stable way so that there is no up and down in pitch, and then try to increase the amplitude as much as you can. Because if you're picking a Javed Bashir song, there's a lot of power in the song on top of notes and variations and everything. But there is a lot of power behind your throw, and that is something that you will have to practice. So sing the first line.
O Rangrez.
Now sing 20% louder.
O Rangrez.
So as you increase power, there's a trade-off between power and accuracy, right?
Exactly,
It
exactly.
becomes,
That's why I go back into the cocoon where I can
yeah,
hear
you go
myself.
oh Rangrez. There's a difference between the two. So that is what you'll have to practice: singing loudly and singing in a stable way in every note. And if it falters, it's fine.
Yeah.
Like, it will come, accuracy will come over time. But if you don't practice, if you don't push yourself to sing from the diaphragm, it doesn't come naturally. Because we don't sing in the same voice that we speak in a much more normal way, but we sing in a much more loud way, because that's the performative, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
uh, that will you'll have to practice. But first line sounds good.
Okay. ओ रंग रेज तेरे रंग दरिया में
रंग दरिया में ओ रंग रे. Again, the variation doesn't really matter as much, but once at one point, दरिया में, sing again.
ओ रंग रेज तेरे रंग दरिया में ओ रंग
रंग दरिया. So I think you're doing one extra variation where it is not needed. That part is plain.
okay
रंग दरिया में ओ रंग रेस तेरे. When you will sing it with the singer, with one ear and one ear, then you will be able to tell that at one point you would be coming back slower than Javed Bashir, because
oh
you're
right
doing that
so
extra variation.
extra note so where is the change so रंग दरिया में is
That's
that
better.
that's okay so
That's
it's
better.
more
Yes,
plainer than
correct.
okay so why
But
why is that choice taken in that specific way
so I don't believe, and I don't know if I'm if I'm correct or not, is my assumption, that variations are not done intentionally. Variations are done with feel, because variations and hitting notes are so fundamental that when you are finally delivering the song, what you're focused on is the feel aspect of the song, and everything else just comes naturally. Like, he could very well have done रंग दरिया में ओ रंग रेस तेरे रंग दरिया में, which is what he did in the acoustic version of the song. There is an acoustic version on, and he does completely different variations. And it just reminded me of my conversation with Hariharan sir, when I had asked him that how does he remember all these different variations. Every time he does a song, he does a different variations. What's the planning process to it? And he told me, no, he doesn't plan because he doesn't remember what variations he did the last time. So he's just going on feel and just doing whatever he wants. So I don't think the variation is intentional, but while picking up a song, how it helps us is that it helps us in terms of the gap in feasibility. If if we are not able to reproduce that because we cannot, then that is something to learn so that we can reproduce it when we want to. We will be able to. Otherwise, like when we are covering a song and all that, the variation doesn't matter quite as much because there's no extra points in covering it as accurately as possible, right? That's
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
not the point. It's really the feeling you're trying to convey. So the variation doesn't matter quite as much.
But there must be like there must be a limit to that, right? For instance, it cannot be very complicated. For instance, as you sang or something, just because you can do it doesn't mean that you
Yeah.
can put it in, right?
Exactly.
There's
So in this song, just in this line, "खींच लेना प्राण इस तन के हाय." Now, this variation, the feasibility aspect is figured out, right? The person singing the song can do this variation whenever he wants to do this song. I'm sorry, whenever he wants to do the variation. But he chose to do in the variation in the word hai, not in the khench lena pranistan ke, because whenever you're doing a variation, there's a distracting element. You wouldn't
right.
want that distracting element to be there in the main lyric.
Mm-hmm.
So it's put in the portion of hey or anywhere where it's ho or hey or end of the line or whatever. That is a good place to do a complicated variation and not do "Kheech lena pran is tan ke." No, that is, you can do it,
Yeah.
but if you do it, it will sound stupid. Rather, keep the lyric as feeling wise and as plain as possible, so that the focus of the audience is on the lyric, and use the gaps in the middle or an extension of a word to put in a variation you want to. Hey,
Mm, हाय
perfect.
नहीं रहना नहीं
नहीं,
रहना
so what you're doing is you're jumping from ma to re. You're not touching the ga.
मगर
Ma,
मगर
no.
no
Yeah, yeah. The first one was right. You still jumped from. You said ga, but you sang ma.
oh
Magare. You're not touching ga yet.
मगर मगर
Magare. Yeah.
नहीं रहना ना
Na.
ना
Ma. One inflection ga and plain to re. The.
ना
Yeah.
ना
Exactly.
okay. Yeah, it's so intricate, right? Like it's so small, but it matters. It's
Eh,
touching
Yeah,
it.
if you jump from ma to re, it will sound more like Vrindavani Sarang. It's not Vrindavani Sarang. So,
Hmm.
re
The
ma pa ni sa ni pa ma re sa re ma pa ni sa.
another thing about that using rag in, and it's been a standard throughout Bollywood when since its inception, right? Using rag, it's almost like how um, reggae became jazz and then it became this. So it's almost like classical music is the basis of all of these film music, cine music, and
Mm-hmm.
it and the usage of it, like Rahman does it so brilliantly, right? He uses one phrase for one rag and then comes down in a different rag altogether, or it's completely based on a particular rag.
Yeah.
So in this case, it really gives you the feeling of oh a new love, right? This is a new love. This is a starting a budding love, right?
It does.
It
Yeah.
has I guess it has. That's why the bass feeling is right there.
You say they said,
A part of
that's the
it.
way to capture my attention. I'm
It's
I'm such a
it's
sucker for this.
Yeah, talk about it. Like, what do you think is the like? Talk about this and tell us about what you think is the song which has the best application of this as well.
Oh my god. There are oh my god. It's like I I have learned so many rags in my life. But if you ask me to sing something, or if you ask me to just compose something randomly, somehow I forget everything and always come to this. There's something about that there's something about the Komalni, right? It just makes you feel that there's something special. There's something special in there. That is the Komalni is the most romantic part of the whole, right? Sare ma pa ni sa ne pa da ma ga re pa ma ga re ma ga ne sare ma pa ni sa. It seems very straightforward, but
Mm.
just the beauty in the simplicity of this is what draws. I don't know if this is this.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
sounded a little more like Tilakamot in the beginning,
Mm.
but yeah, this is a completely different tangent. And there have been so many songs of this. The most this of song is Manamandira, because
Mm.
that's a classical piece.
Also by
But
Shankar. Also by
also,
Shankar Ehsaan
also
Lotan.
by Shankar Mahadevan.
Yeah. So I guess
Uh,
I see the commonalities between you and Shankar Mahadevan,
no,
loving
he
loving
is.
this.
He likes Yaman also. There are so many Yaman songs he has done. Allah Rahim is a very good Yaman piece that he has sung and composed, I think. Yeah. For me, my favorite Desh song is Nadia Beri Bhai. Mora Saiya Bulawe Aadhi Raat, the Thumri. It's a 15-minute Thumri. Uh, I've been singing for decades, but I still haven't picked up the song fully. Someday, someday I
Mm.
picked up like first 5 minutes of it. It has so many variations that it's difficult for me to remember, and I'm not good enough to come up with the variations on the fly. So,
Mm.
but yeah, what is what is your favorite? Do you like this as much as I do?
And it's a good
No.
question.
The
Well,
answer is no.
I do love Man Mandira because it has all the applications of all fantastic application of this, and it has the proper feel of this, and I love the composition as well, and the lyric is fantastic as well because
Yeah,
it's
it is
it's a
beautiful.
very
Yeah.
philosophical lyric, right? So and to people watching, I'm just putting it on the stream on the chat as well. So it's just the feel of it that I really 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 love. Um, but I won't say that this is my favorite rag. I
You're a
actually don't know
monster.
what my favorite rag is.
You're a monster. That's what.
It could be Yaman. It could be not Yaman, but
Rishika
the
loves it.
Carnatic
Rishika, my
equivalent.
wife, she loves Yaman.
Carnatic equivalent of Yaman. It's Kalyani. You're
It's wrong.
disagreeing. You're disagreeing.
It is
You're
wrong.
pure Hindustani person.
No, Rishika loves Yaman. So she makes me sing Yaman. And nowadays even I find myself singing Yaman unprompted. I'm like, what is wrong with me?
Yeah, but I think my guru, Dr. Sridhar Vasudevan, he knows that I am a Bihag guy. I like
Yeah,
I like Bihag a lot more than any of these
absolutely.
pure rags. And I don't know why. I just started singing it. I just started loving it. And then every time I would sing, my guru will be like, "Oh, here you go, Bihag person. Come, come." It's so. I just got bound by that. It's so simplistic, right? Za ga ma pa ni sa sa ni da pa ma pa ga ma re ga sa.
Oh, that's different in
So
Hindustani.
it is. It
Ma
is.
pa ga ma ga sa in
Yeah,
Hindustani.
it's different. Also, I don't think you have the Komal knee as well, right?
No, no, we don't have the Komalni,
Exact.
and Behag should not have the Komalni.
It has such a great. It's so good when you do Komalni in Bihag. You know, my Carnatic masters knew the right thing. Okay, I can't say the same about you Hindustani friends.
So for people's awareness, you composed a piece in 2020 during COVID
Yes.
time that was on Carnatic Bihag, and it was Maya Kanna, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Ni ma pa ga ma ga ga ma pa ni pa ma ga sa ni sa ga re sa pa ma pa ga ma ga re sa ni sa pa ma pa tha pa ni tha pa ma pa ni sa ni ga re sa pa ga ma ga pa ni sa ga re sa ga ma pa ni sa. Good composition. It was fun.
It was fun. It was fun. See that Komalni adds something to it, right? It adds a mystery to it.
Does it?
It's
Does
not
it really?
plain. Pama pa ga ma ga ri sa ni sa ni ga re ma ga pa ma ni da sa ni da pa ni sa ga ri sa ni da pa ma pa ga ma ga ri sa ni sa ga ri sa. It's so fun. It's so fun. That the play element is fun
Yeah,
in Bihag. That's why
it was
probably
a
I love Bihag.
it was a good song. We have gone on a whole tangent from O Rangrez, but
Yeah, I
but
need.
it was a good.
Well, just to reiterate the first line, it's a lot more plain. So, O Rangrez tere रंग दरिया में ओ रंग रेज तेरे रंग दरिया में डूबना
May you are doing ma to ga plane, ga to re inflection. Switch that. Ma to ga inflection, ga to re plane. De,
में
yeah.
में डूब डूब हम्म,
Mm, re
हम्म,
ga ma pa dubna.
डूबना है बस तेरा बन के. There is a thing about bus as well, right? Bus,
Bus no one inflection.
bus,
Bus
bus,
tera.
bus,
बस माटू का इन्फ्लेक्शन गा टू रे प्लेन सेम बस
मागरे
तेरा
बस
ए,
नहीं. Okay. डूबना है डूबना है बस 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 तेरा बन के.
डूबना है रेगा मा पर ठीक है प्लेन
Yeah.
bus again starts from ma and tera starts from sa. So you have to figure out how to come from ma to sa in the word bus. Re ga ma pa dubna hai bus my bus just three notes.
Oh,
Nothing
so
complicated.
bus
Ne-
bus bus, are they the same note? Bus bus.
Bus the whole ba and sa is on ma and then
Oh,
you
okay.
extend the sa.
Okay, so I was
Bus
adding sa to ga, that's why.
yeah, don't add sa to ga. Sa remains in ma.
Okay. Bus
Yes. Just make the ga a little bit more pronounced. Bus.
bus bus bus.
Ha. Right. Just stay in ga. The feel the ga a little bit more. Ga is more important than the re here. डूबना है बस तेरा.
डूबना है बस तेरा बन के.
Yeah, that's it.
तेरा
The-
बन के हाय.
yeah, the trick there is to do it in the bar, right? You're doing it a little slow because you're practicing,
Yeah.
but 12 notes, right?
11.
11, sorry, 11 notes. Yeah, yeah,
हाय.
yeah. Whatever it was.
नहीं रहना तुझा बन के
Yeah. एक भी
कभी
सांस
सांस similar right
प्लेन है, प्लेन है.
अलग नहीं लेनी
No,
I'm
this is a
adding
little different.
I'm adding
एक भी सांस एक
एक भी
है.
एक
That yeah, that is one technique that you should learn. Like you can throw it in other song. एक है, the inflection, but staying on the single note. एक भी सांस
एक
है.
एक भी सांस but
Just
it's
two,
not
not
very
three.
distinct right it's not
एक
discrete
भी सांस. Yeah.
एक एक भी सांस अलग
अलग अलग
अलग
नहीं.
नहीं
नहीं
ले
प्लेन है. You're doing a variation in na. Na plain है. अलग नहीं लेनी.
अलग नहीं लेनी
No, so that variation sa ni re sa ni sa is a six note variation.
okay
अलग नहीं ले. So you do the variation and then come back.
okay
And this is a
अलग
six note
नहीं
variation.
अलग नहीं ले ले
So you're trying to do it in the song pace. Forget about the song pace. You get the note, get the fundamentals right.
right
Sa ni da sa ni sa sa ni da sa ni sa le.
ए, ए, अलग नहीं ले no अलग नहीं ले
Bas.
what is the
Just focus on the अलग नहीं ले. Come focus on the coming back after you have gotten the six
oh okay
note pattern done.
अलग नहीं लेनी
Approximated, but you
approximate
came back on time. You came back on time, but you approximated.
always happens no Sunny re sunny 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 re sunny sun
Dhapa.
da pa ma sunny re
Magare.
sunny sa da pa ma I'm singing
Magare.
ma ga re sunny re sunny sun da pa ni da pa it's stuck in my head there अलग नहीं लेनी again
Approximation.
approximate
Approximation, but it came.
I'm
But you made time.
I'm not able to tell that's the worst part right
So what you're doing is अलग नहीं लेनी. That's what you're doing.
yeah yeah
You're not doing sunny part. Sunny re sunny se. You're doing re sunny sa.
ah
Sare sare sunny sa. Leni. That's what you're doing.
yeah it's
So
so close to
that's
each other
fine.
right
It's yeah, it's still on scale and it's on time, so it's fine. But if you have to learn that particular variation, you have to forget the song and just
yeah
do a six note variation. Sani re sani sa re sa ka re. Whatever it is. Re sa ka re maga pa ma dha pa. I say, I think I did wrong. But basically, you structure an alankar that has this
that
particular
way
variation. Yeah.
sunny re sunny sun अलग नहीं लेनी
Yeah.
okay things to keep in mind slow it
Kecilena,
down
kecilena
चलेना
pran.
प्राण इस तन
Extra, pran.
प्राण oh this will be the bane of my bane of my existence the magari
One inflection two plane three. That is repeating all the time. One inflection two plane three. Kecilena
लेना प्राण
pran.
खींच लेना प्राण प्राण खींच लेना
Pran.
प्राण
Yes.
प्राण Madari
You're jumping. You're saying ga. You're not singing ga.
खींच लेना प्राण प्राण
Yeah.
खींच लेना प्राण इस तन
Yes.
के हाय हाय what is this
Hai,
variation?
hai, hai, sare gare gama gare. Hai,
हाय हाय सरगरी
hai.
गमगरी
No,
सनी
it's
that
plain. Hai, sare gare gama gare sa. बस पा तक नहीं जाता. Hai,
हाय
hai,
हाय
hai, hai. First one is
हाय
finished.
yeah
Very good. Next is hey, 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 hey.
hey
Yes.
हाय
Hi.
हाय with throw हाय हाय
More or less.
na na
Na, 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 na.
na
There's a triplet over there.
na na
Yeah.
na
Exactly.
हाय 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 नहीं रहना नहीं रहना दूजा बन के
Yeah.
yeah it's great it's really it's so beautiful right the way it is composed it's
Yeah. But again, these variations are not intentional. They're just vibes.
so can you do anything like in uh will it be distracting for instance ओ रंगरेज तेरे रंग दरिया रंग दरिया में
it
डूबना है
it will be distracting. Like what is the purpose of that? Like if it is to show that you can do the variation, then of course that solves the purpose.
yeah
But given the assumption that you can do any variation that you want,
mm,
the purpose of the song is to feel, right? And that's like how I have progressed in my journey as a musician as well. When I was much younger, I used to think that the purpose of singing a song is to do complicated variations.
mm.
I used to feel great about doing variations, but but that was very stupid of me. Uh, yeah. So
But it's
now,
also
as needed.
for me growing up it was the opposite right it was like oh I don't hear it I don't even hear the variation it's a different thing that the training was different but
Yeah.
I don't hear it, and people keep saying, "Oh, you have a good voice, but you're not singing it right. You're not singing it right." And I went back, listened to, back in those days, it used to be tape recorders, right?
Cassettes.
Cassettes, and you put it in a whole machine, and then you keep rewinding and going forward and back and going forward and back, and listening. I was like, I'm singing it right. What's wrong? And then when I realized that there's so much intricacies, then I felt like I am not a singer by any chance. Like it's so different, and I'm singing so different, and I'm
Yeah.
not catching it. So it felt like there was something, there was a big challenge ahead of me to sing it right.
Yeah.
But it's not to the end result of me singing on a playback track or something. Right?
Hmm.
It's probably not going to happen. Maybe I'll sing my own songs, and
So, what is the purpose for you?
it's the love. I think it's the passion that I want to be able to sing. That's all. It doesn't matter where it goes from there. It doesn't matter if uh, I'm professionally known or I'm making money off of it or anything. None of that, right? Even during even my Carnatic classes, right? The whole purpose of going there wasn't to sit on stage and perform a concert. Even today, whenever I send questions to my guru, asking questions about, breaking down rag or breaking down variations, it's all about how to do it. that's what matters, I guess.
Hmm.
Um,
So have you had training of like singing alankars and then building upon that? Just plain alankars without any rag, without anything. Just Shuddha alankars.
yeah, so in Carnatic we start with a rag called Maya Malavagaula, which is like the base rag. I think it's
Okay.
Bhairav for you or something.
Now,
Um, sa
I just
re ga
double
ma pa da ni sa ni da pa ma ga re sa. So
Bhairavi.
Komal Bhairavi, yeah. So that's the basis of it, and then you do all the variations.
So
Sa,
Bhairavi is a fairly complicated rag to start off in the beginning.
but this is what Carnatic students
Very
start with.
interesting.
So
Yeah.
it and also because the notes are some notes are very close by, and the other notes are have a distance. It kind of
Okay.
trains the voice as well.
Okay.
So re is very close, right? So sa
Yeah.
re. So just that practice of re sa re sa re sa re sa re sa, that
Hmm.
thing, and then shifting
Okay.
to sa re ga re ga ma ga re. Re and ga have that gap
Very interesting.
where you have to go and do that. So those kind of things uh, form the basis of Carnatic starting rag and starting singing basically.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very different for us. It was all about the alankars and everything were on Shuddha Rag, Ragna, all Shuddha Swar, and it was all about hitting that particular note without like isolating it from any other note. Sa re sa ga sa ma sa pa sa tha sa ni sa sa, and hitting it clean and hitting it in a stable way, like you're not slipping from that note. So that would be like, that's something you don't want to do. You want to re sa sa re ga ma re. It's still to this day, what, 30 years I'm singing, it's still my warm up routine. Just do a chromatic.
Straight notes.
Yeah, the yeah, just do the straight notes and just hitting the notes. That's for warm up.
Yeah, like
Stupid.
we used to talk about my guru and me. We used to talk about it, and he has a real appreciation for Hindustani uh, singing tradition, right? Because
Yeah,
there is this whole body that comes into play, which is, and the voice texture is trained with such. I mean, you can
yeah,
talk more about how the voice texture is trained, but there's real appreciation about that because it has a body and you can hear it in the vocalist who's singing, who's trained in Hindustani, right?
yeah. So I'm not good at it, but like when you hear someone, a Hindustani, proper Hindustani classical singer, just hit the note, uh, that like, you can tell immediately who is trained and who is attempting to be trained. I'm the latter, right? I cannot hit as crisp
Being
as I would
being
I would like
modest.
to. No. I get away with timbre and amplitude, but I still to this day, um, I cannot hit the note exactly as crisp as I would like. So that's why I don't like listening to my songs played back, because I can only hear the flaws. I can only hear places where I'm slightly off. I'm going slightly sharp. Going sharp is my most common vice. Always trying to go higher in scale. But yeah, just hitting the notes crisp and on pitch. That is everything that classical is, and that's why the alankars are so important, because uh, you'll never learn. I feel, I shouldn't say never. I feel that learning a song or picking a song doesn't make you good in fundamentals.
Hmm.
uh, right, is the same as guitar, but like I have not learned the fundamentals of a guitar. You ask me to do spider exercise and I would rather do Spider-Man. I'll play some crap on the guitar. This is more fun, and I don't have to
No,
do the
No, it
I don't
has
have
to
to
be.
do
It
physical
has to
training.
be fun. So another thing about that is it has to be fun. Like you can't start learning something without it being fun. Like if I am 8 years old and I go
Yeah,
and sit in, like I did violin, right? That was the first instrument I learned.
yeah,
So 8 years old and I'm being told to play sa re ga ma, and it kept on going for 1 hour, and that was the
yeah,
class. Like,
yeah.
why would I want to go back to that class, right? What am I
We
learning?
would, because that is important. If you cannot hit sorry, you cannot do anything else. I
But you
think
can't tell that to an 8 year old, right? You
I,
can't.
I think you can, because when we were 8 year old, we didn't know better. We didn't have the rush of dopamine. We just, like, I'm sorry, we didn't have the craving for the dopamine. We did as we were told. Okay, do sariga riga ma ga ma pa. Okay, we'll do sariga riga ma ga ma pa. Okay, no worry. And but in today's day and age, if somebody asks me to do sariga riga, I would rather gai pan ghat par and pani. That's more fun, because that gives an immediate sugar rush, right? That,
I
oh,
don't know how you were raised, but I could not sit for 1 hour like that.
like,
I would
I
just
couldn't.
run.
I couldn't either. I was miserable. It was no fun, right? I wanted to do Nazrul Giti. I wanted to do those variations, right, that others were doing. But no, yeah, you had to do the fundamentals, and that's why
Yeah.
I can. The songs are not infeasible for me, but guitar is, because I've not done fundamentals, or percussion is, I haven't done the fundamentals.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think, like, as we are adults now, I think there can be a healthy mix uh, of both fun stuff and important stuff. Like, eat your veggies first. That's how learning anything is. Yeah,
Is
we
it
are.
is it
We
is
are.
it though? Is it Do we have healthy base? I think I still go for that dopamine rush.
Same, man, same. I should learn how to play guitar with a pick, but oh my god, I just cannot hold a pick to save my life. And yeah, I play what I can.
Well, you've got some fans in the chat. Ojas Gupta says, big fan, Yudhajeet.
Ojas is there. I hope he's coming to Diwali party later this evening. Ojas is also a singer. So,
Amazing.
Ojas, if
And
you can hear this, bring your guitar. We'll have fun tonight.
Vimi Indra says, very interesting conversation. Thank you, Vimi. It's
It's my mother-in-law, Rishika's mom.
Oh, hello, Auntie. Welcome to the show. Uh, and then Sumed Indra.
My father-in-law.
Hello, sir. How are you doing? Um,
He's also a very good musician, by the way.
he's a Behag fan apparently. So he says La Tulchi Suljaja Balam. So
It
that's
is,
a Behag
yeah.
composition.
Rishika
Nice.
likes a very interesting song. So it's not a Behag song. It says it's a Manna De song that says, if Behag doesn't agree and if Vasant doesn't turn up, then Yaman, you will be my friend. So
Okay.
বেহাগ যদি না হয় রাজি বসন্ত যদি না যাসে এই আসরেই মন তুমি থাকো বন্ধু আমার পাশে. So the song is nice. It's a Manna Dey song, but I think Rishika really likes it because that shows Yaman in a very good light. Yaman will always support me. These Behag and Basant, these these newbie rags will come and go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was listening to, well, this is a complete deviation from the topic, but I was listening to Kalyani Rag, which is
Yaman.
equivalent of Yaman.
What's the difference?
Huh?
What's the difference?
So the usage is different, and just that it's not the notes, uh, it's not the aro avro, the ascent descent.
Okay.
It's basically just the usage. Every single note in Kalyani, except for sa,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes pa also, uh, is vibrated. So you never
Okay.
sing Kalyani straight. It's never sa sa ri ga ma pa da ni sa sa ni da ba ma ga re sa. It's never that. It's always sa ri ga ga ta na 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 ta da ra 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 ta da ra na 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 ta da ra na 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 ra ta da ra na na na. So it's always rotating and never stopping. I'm not doing it right by miles, but when you hear a Carnatic singer sing Kalyani, it will not sound anything like Yaman.
Interesting.
And probably we say Rag is essence, right? So the essence of Kalyani is way different than essence of Yaman. So there's
पर गए मध पर गए मरने सन पसाने पर गए. Ajibadat, very Yamanish,
yeah,
as
another
you.
Javed Bashir song.
Another
Another
Javed
Javed
Bashir
Bashir
song.
song.
We'll probably do it sometime.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, we were talking about this earlier with Javed Bashir's singing style as well, right? And we were breaking it down.
Yeah.
He has a very unique style, right? Can you talk a bit about that?
Yeah, sure. Which was the first? For the first Javed Bashir song that I picked up was "Piya To Kahe Rootha Re," and I heard it in the movie, and of course in the movie I did not pay attention because the thriller, the suspense was so like so captivating. But when I picked up the song, of course I heard the song and this thing, and I was amazed by the sheer force of that. You know, just he's singing normal lines. He has a little bit of Sufi touch. He's putting gamaks and everything, but just the power, like sheer power with which he's singing, that I had not heard anywhere before. Like it's almost like Dalir Mehendi's Rang De Basanti, that kind of power where you
Mm-hmm.
have to throw and you have to like practically put some physical effort into that song. जुड़े ऐसे तार करके श्रृंगार गई खुद को हार चुभन सीने में अगन जीने में तड़प कैसे कहूँ ना मीरा ना हूँ राधा कान्हा तू भूलवादा जीऊँ तो कैसे जीऊँ. The variations are pretty
Mm-hmm.
simple, but like he is putting a lot of throw into this,
Mm-hmm.
and so that is something I had to pick up and practice again and again, because when you're putting force, when you're putting throw, you are slipping, your notes are slipping. Of
Mm-hmm.
course it is. It's a trade-off between power and accuracy all the time. And then when the this thing comes, when the sargam comes, sa ni sa pa ma pa sa ni sa re ni sa ni da ni da 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 pa da pa 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 ma pa ma ga ma ga re ga re ni sa re ni sa re ni sa re ga ga ma pa pa da da ni sa. So it is like you're putting gamak, and you have to like say each word separately and also hit them properly, because you miss one of them, all the ones coming after it will shift, because like you will go off, and then the whole thing becomes a mess. But yeah, so I sang that song. That was like my first introduction to Javed Bashir. Then there was another song in an old Coke Studio video called Rona Chhod Diya. Rishika doesn't like that that song. She finds the melody a little weird, but it again. So there is a song going on, Zeb and Hania's song, I think, Rona Chhod Diya, and they reimagined it for Coke Studio. They brought in Javid Bashir. He was not a part of the original song, but just Javed Bashir started doing Javed Bashir things like nini sa nini sa ni sa ni sa ni 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 sa ni ni sa ni sa ni sa ni 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 gama pa gama ga 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 ni 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 gama pa gama ga 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 ni 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 sa ni ni sa ni sa ni sa ni 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 sa ni ni sa ni sa ni sa ni sa ni ni ba 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 ma 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 gama ga sa ni ni ba 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 ma 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 gama ga sa gama pa sa ma pa ni sa ga sa ni pa ni bo gama ga sa ni ni pa ni sa तेरी बातों ने दिल तोड़ा तूने देखा the
That
song
doesn't
just
feel like the same song at
what
all.
just happened so, so this contemporary song going on and Javed Bashir ni nisa ni nisa ni nisa he's doing it in the background I was like okay so this is very interesting like I want to pick the Nini Nisa part and he did an outstanding job it was an interesting mashup but again, Javed Bashir doing Javed Bashir songs. Then after that, he did O Rangrez, he did Aaj Ibadat. Aaj Ibadat was another one. But Aaj Ibadat I picked up in 2017. But because I had already picked up Piya To Kahe in 2012, 2013, I was easily able to pick up the because once you pick up a singer's variations, you sort of have an idea, the feasibility idea on what they are doing. Except Sonu Nigam, Sonu Nigam and Hariharan, they just do. They have so many ways to do variations. It's very hard to pick up their style. But Shafqat Amanat Ali, Shankar Mahadevan, Javed Bashir, those kind of they have a kind of pattern which they more or less follow. So if you pick up one of their songs properly, then that is representative of a lot of their other songs as well. What else Javed Bashir? Javed Bashir did that part. Nana more, uska the other part. मन अटके याद परवाने नाल
Oh, such a good co-studio song.
Okay, Javed Bashir is singing, but you sort of know what he will, the feasibility of what he is doing. Yeah, so that's what's my knowledge of Javed Bashir's songs. There's another Bhageshri song that he has done. पढ़ूंगी तोरे पैया जाने ना अब दूंगी नी सगम 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 गगम धाए गगम ध गगम ध मम धनि मम धनि धनि सा धनि सा धनि सा नी धनि ध मप ध मगरे सा पढ़ूंगी तोरे पैया. Again, Javed Bashir, he's just at this point he's just like free flowing, right? These are not planned variations or whatever. But there is sort of similarity to the Rona Chhod Diya, similarity to the Piya Tu Kahe. Yeah.
There's a bit of variation in this song as well, right? O Rangrez at the very end. It's like a free run. Right towards the end where
Acha, okay.
That one, right?
There's what, eight notes. Yeah.
मिल जा सजना पिघल के मिल जा अपने ही रंग में हो
Yeah.
Is it pani da ba ma ga ri ga or is it
No,
pani da
re
ba
sa.
ma ga ri sa
Sa.
हो अपने
Yeah,
ही
it's
रंग
sa.
में.
Yeah.
Isn't ga more interesting sounding?
But your apne is starting from ni. So if you end in ga, then the jump to ni becomes a little bit of a stretch.
अपने ही रंग में.
A little bit of a stretch. It flows more. Flows a little bit better.
अपने ही रंग में मुझको रंग. Yeah. It's so and there is a real prayog of desh in not just this run but also सांधे सांधे रंग में मुझको रंग दे. Again, I don't want to touch on Shreya Ghoshal. It'll be a whole different 1 hour conversation.
Again, another singer that just hits the notes so crisp and so on pitch. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I think these guys sleep and wake at the altar of these notes, because they really have this divinity when they sing,
Yeah,
right? Because they
for sure.
really worship it.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah.
Well, seeing the time and seeing that most of the sections of the song are done, I think.
Yeah, we'll
uh,
do another song next time and another rag.
Another
So
rag, yeah. It should be. It will be different than this one, I hope, and
yeah,
just to have a different essence going on as well, you
yeah.
know. And to people who are watching, thanks for joining, and we're gonna continue doing this more work towards breaking down songs and talking all things music. Uh, do join us for episode 2, and have a
And happy Diwali.
wonderful, happy Diwali, and have a wonderful rest of the day. See ya.